Okay. That's really fast. Okay. Where are we here? There we go. All right. Yeah, so I already have bought or obtained Pragmata and Eric's and Lamplight City also, but there was something else. I don't remember. I don't remember what the other one was, but anyway. So we've got Eric's we're gonna play really soon. After whether it's after we finish Signalis or we finish True Fear, Forsaken Souls 3, whichever of those finishes first, then we'll play Eric's in that. I don't know when we're going to do Pragmata. The thing is, I get the feeling, let me check actually. I get the feeling Pragmata might be a longer game though. So I have to make sure that that's not going to be cause major interference. Yeah. So that's like at least 12 hours or 11 and a half hours for normal people. So for me, it's probably going to be like 18, 20 hours minimum. So that's going to be at least like 2.5 months of streaming, which is fine. But that means if I spend too long on something like that, plus Eric's Home all at the same time, what's going to end up happening is we're not going to have time to finish the video or the games from Halloween that we had still. So that's potentially a problem. Right? We can't delay those too long. That becomes a serious issue. We keep backing up, and then it's not. But like if I look at the list of games from Halloween, we finished True Fear and Signalis. We don't have a ton of games left. I guess that's true. It's not too bad. We have Concluse 2. That might be a little while still. Lightkeeper probably is not very much longer, I'm guessing. I mean, we'll have, we might have a couple of streams of it. So like 4-6 hours maybe or something like that. Probably not all that long. Blood West probably also is not really long, but I don't know for sure. We still have Little Nightmares 3. So Concluse 2 and Little Nightmares 3, I think both might take us a little bit, like a month or two each to do. So I just need to make sure that I'm staying on track to get those finished by the time Halloween rolls around. And now that I have my new graphics card and everything as well, should be able to finish some previous games that were running into a lot of problems with lag. So okay, so we finished chapter 2. So chapter 1 is like the prologue or the introduction, right? Gives you the tutorials and stuff. We finished chapter 2 as well last time. So still have at least another couple of chapters, I think. I don't think these have a lot of chapters. They have at least I think they have at least 4 or 5 each. I don't remember, but reset game. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Oh. Yeah. This is another one of those games that is too much in my ear. There we go. Okay. All right. So obviously keys of different size. Almost looks like a Swiss Army knife, but with key endings. So I'll have to look for something about that. Okay. Okay, so pushing these doesn't do anything. Currently, at least. What happens if I use this? Not really anything new. Okay, there is this. What is this? Whoops. I don't remember how to do the lens. What was the lens? L? No. I don't remember. What is the... There's not a... I'm not remembering what it is to use the lens, so... Was it space? Tab? Caps lock now? It's not escape, that's that menu. It's not right mouse. I mean, I can click it again, I guess. That's fine. Talisman Company or County? So we get this. Box with some kind of puzzle on top, plus this. July 15th. My research into the null element continues at pace. Given the nature of its origin, I'm increasingly convinced that it is somehow tied to my very soul. Its properties are becoming clear. It derives a colossal energy from somewhere. I've fashioned a device through which to channel and focus it, but I am fearful of further experimentation. I lack the understanding to control it. So I'm rotating this to... It's not quite right. That's not quite right either. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out... Oh, I see. We roll it part of the way, and then we have to rotate it again after the fact. I see. Let's see. So, start with that, I guess. Okay. So, I'm going to drop it off. There. That. Oh, there is none. Oh, okay. So I don't want to take it over to that side, I guess. I just want to reconnect it to... That's where we were. That. No. Okay, so instead, put this back. Let's not do that. Hey, Monmouth, good day. Let's see. I can do that, but I don't want to bring it over here because nothing else matches up to that. That works, potentially. And then... yeah. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? I would love that. That would be great. Okay, if I were to take it here and then I move this over, yeah, that'll work. All right. So I do this. Then I rotate this here. And down. There we go. Ordinary key. Come on, bro. There's no such thing as an ordinary key when we're talking about these puzzles. They're all really cool. There's no ordinary key. Okay. See, there's still... this. I don't know. Oh, it's just a thumb. It's just a fingerprint. Okay. I thought it was some special symbol. I was like, I don't know the significance of the symbol, but okay, it's just some fingerprint. Yeah. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything else like this that kind of glows. So let's turn this off for now. Let's see what other things we can work on. Okay, so something that has a plus or cross fitting to go there. None of this moves right now. Okay. Could be the ordinary key. I'm not sure. Does this move on its own? No. Let's see what if it goes there. Oh, I see. So we're doing a pattern. Ah, I went too far. 3, 4, then back. There. So 5 and then plus 2 so far. 5 plus 3. 5 plus 4. 5 plus 4. Okay. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. Now we've got to go back here. 5, 4. 5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 4. 5, 4, 5. Okay. Frame for a piece of paper with a viewing lens. It's not exactly a piece of paper. We could try using this, though. No. Okay, I don't know. Oh, there we go. Double click was the thing. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Small square peg. Okay. I use this and then do this? Oh, it's like a movie. Sigil. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So I don't know if I know of a place for that right now, but that's obviously important for later. One of these? It's not the same pattern as that. See if I figure out where that's supposed to go. Here, maybe. On top of this? Oh, hang on. Maybe not. Hmm. Not sure. And this top part does not. Okay. Could be. There's like a square one here. Nope, doesn't go on there. These don't move on their own. Okay. Almost looks like a place where like a marble or something should roll. Interesting. It's not the same. Not even round, so probably won't fit on there even on top. Okay, so keep this in mind. I'll keep this in mind, but for now, we're not using it. Let's see. Could be here. I don't think so. Yeah, no. Okay. I was gonna say because it's like a diamond, right? Like kind of this kind of shape, not a square. So it's. I was kind of doubting that it would be a thing where you'd have to rotate it in order for it to even match up. Most of the stuff in this, generally, unless it's specifically a rotation puzzle, will be just whatever orientation you already need it for, so you can recognize when it needs to be used. Okay, and we got this with an arrowhead as well. What is this? Nothing with that. Nothing yet. This probably opens automatically when I put this in or something similar. Okay, so I need a pattern that I don't think I have yet. Square hole for something to fit into. Not that, though. Okay. Irregularly shaped hole. These don't rotate on their own like they did in a previous puzzle. Yeah, I can't slide these up and down either, or these over. Okay. Not really, huh? Doesn't mean anything, though. Some of these might make more sense. Okay. Special. No special glow there, I mean. Yeah, no? Okay. Okay, maybe we go on top and maybe that's the next step. Let's see. Looks almost like a card or something should go there. Okay. Should focus on the sides of this box for now. Okay. Very well. Anything on the bottom side here? That doesn't look like it. Okay. Just don't move. The fact that you could zoom in on them is interesting, though, because there are areas where you cannot zoom. It makes me wonder why you can zoom into those areas. Currently don't have any item that does almost like a Swiss Army knife, but with keys. I'm assuming these don't move, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just need the key shapes for those. It's a slot for something to fit into. None of those. Which is not surprising. It's not the same shape. Something underneath a ledge here or something? Or not ledge, but like the bottom side of these? Not really. Okay. This one. No. Still no. Okay, so not there. Okay. Hmm. Not sure. So something happens with this. Otherwise, I assume at least. Otherwise, why would I be able to zoom in on it? Unless some of this stuff, the zoom in areas are partly like kind of like a red herring, like to make you think, oh, this is really important. It's just you wasting time. There's nothing actually important there. I don't know. A 4x4. There's nowhere up here that indicates ordering for stars, right? These wheels rotate, but there's not going to be, yeah, it's not really a specific star pattern up there. Hey, viejo. I did. I have been using it, like on and off. So, like I saw this, for example, which is why I was able to open this earlier, because I saw that. Nothing else really, though, like lights up or anything. Or shows a pattern when I have. I could do something like this, maybe, and rotate this around, see if something else shows up. Not just this. I mean, I could do some of those things. Hi. Just as an FYI, I am doing this blind, so if you could do me a favor and just avoid spoilers. I've never done these puzzles before or anything, so. I played, oh man, Monmouth, is it a year ago or a year and a half ago? Maybe it's 2 years even. No, I think it's like a year and a half ago. I played a puzzle game called The Witness. So I am, and I've done other puzzles like at different points in my life. So I'm definitely. Oh, I see. So you're saying this and then look at this with the monocle? Or something? You can rotate it, see if there's anything. But yeah, things like this, like unless I specifically ask for help because I'm like 100% stuck, I'm not upset, so don't take it this wrong way. But for something like this, I'd like to figure that out on my own if possible. As I'm going through, if it looks like I'm stuck, it's not. I mean, maybe technically you could say I'm stuck, but it's not that I've run out of ideas. My brain, the way my brain works, is it runs through a whole series of different things, considers something a lot of times it considers something in my head, and then I throw it away if it sounds like to me in my brain if it sounds like it's something that won't be a thing. Like I could try this, no, you can't really do that kind of a thing. So I am running through a bunch of options in my head as I'm going along. So just because I pause and not really progressed quickly or anything doesn't mean that I'm not thinking things through or trying to think things through. Okay. So for stuff like that, I would I'd like to keep trying to think it through on my own. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, down here, nothing new with this. Was there? No, these are just lines. There's not like word in that or anything. I can say some of the stuff I'm thinking out loud also. Thanks, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate your willingness to help me too. So I'll ask if I need help, and that would be great if you could help me if I ask. But I am trying to work through things in my head. I don't say some of the things I'm thinking out loud. Sometimes I will, but sometimes I won't say things I'm thinking out loud. Doesn't mean I'm not thinking, just means I'm processing. So I have, my mind is kind of a 50-50. It's like 50% No, it's okay. Monmouth's kidding. Don't take offense at that, by the way. He's just teasing. Um so my brain's like 50-50. So it's like 50% mechanical and logical oriented. I did carpentry for a number of years, for example. I've done computer assembly. I've done much less, but I've done some plumbing, some electrical, some like car work. Like I've done like head gaskets on a what was it? I think it was a Honda Accord. Anyway, so I've done mechanical and technical things. So I've like 50% of my brain is that way, and then 50% of my brain is creative. So while a lot of the games I play tend to be like more story focused and stuff, there is a technical part of my brain that really enjoys stuff like puzzles like this and stuff. So I would say proficient. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a master at puzzles or something. If I were, I'd be like click, 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 next, right? I don't go that fast. I'm not that good. But I do enjoy technical going through. Yeah. And that's 1,000,000% fine. That's 1,000,000% fine, or like not just fine. It's 1,000,000% understandable, right? That you might say stuff out loud, and some people don't, and that's okay too, right? I do say stuff out loud sometimes. I'm like, just depends on, like, as I'm thinking through stuff, I might like have a pause where I don't say something, and then if enough time has passed, I might say something like, okay, I was thinking this, but I dismissed that because of this or the other reason or something. So I might explain some things like that, just so that you understand that I'm not. See, I tried this though, right? And that didn't go in. So it's not that. Hang on. So if I see, this is square, not round on the backing is the problem, right? So it has a square peg. If this second level here were round, that might fit, but it doesn't because of that, I think. The other aspect of this is actually that inserts. So this would need to be not an extension, or not a convex, like a protrusion, but it would be a recession, would be more logical to fit in that spot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I've tried this, but I can't. Let's see. I did this, right? Did I get a different angle? A star-shaped indentation. Yeah. So it is indented for sure. With this as well. So this one, I just don't know. I tried monocle with this. I don't know a pattern. I don't know what pattern I would be wanting. You can only get 6 at a time before it shuts down. Assuming... I mean, I can do any 6 and it'll shut down. So obviously I need a very specific pattern for that, and I don't know that I have. You know what? What about this again? Let's read this again and see. Okay, so he has... This is what we had before. Like, I think it was in chapter 2 we learned this symbol. We don't have none of these. Yeah, I don't know that that's going to help me. The letter. Specifically with what we've got now. I mean, it'll help me. In general, knowing what's going on. Plus, it might apply to a different puzzle later. But for this, what I'm seeing right now, it doesn't seem like it applies. Can't zoom in on these, so it's just the globe, and I can zoom in here, but I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a thing that opens when I solve some puzzle, not something that I'm trying to open myself. Doesn't seem like it really applies either way. I do. This doesn't rotate or slide. This does, but then nothing else has changed. I can't rotate the circle, can't rotate or slide these. Oh, I see. In this section here. Okay, let's try it again then without, excuse me, without moving. I don't know. It acts like it can use it, but then it doesn't let go when I. Oh, that rotates. Oh, I see. Thanks. I didn't realize that rotated. Although, who knows? At a certain point, I might have done that. I might have tried that. I don't know. Let's see. Not lining up there, so that's not it. Let me see. Pattern of. Hmm. not quite enough. Maybe we do this one first. There we go. And then this down here. And then this, right? There we go. Thanks. I didn't realize that the circle rotated. Okay, so this is S I G I L. Bright blue crystal emanating a strange light. Okay. And then next diary entry, 5 of 7. July 29th. A new discovery has shaken me to my core. To investigate the refractive properties of the null element, I fashioned lenses from it. To wear one is troubling and exhausting in equal measure, and I'm shown visions that are beyond my comprehension. The visions turn darker the deeper into the earth I go. I have relocated my study to the North Tower. I can no longer visit the wine cellar. That makes sense then. If for some reason you're deeper in the earth and your visions get darker and like more terrifying, then obviously you would want to be like farther away from the depths, right? That makes sense. We got a blue crystal. That's not this shape. Because this looks like this needs key endings too, right? With teeth and stuff? Yeah. Okay, I didn't think so. Could be here. Maybe. Does this fit? Oh, that's a 1, 2, 3. That's a hexagon, isn't it? So that's down here. Either that or maybe this? No. Let's... Okay, so I need another crystal for there. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Like I said, if I get stuck, I'll definitely, I'm not too proud not to ask for help, but I usually like to try for quite a while before I ask for help. So I do appreciate that. For sure, though. For sure, for sure. Oh, yeah. No worries. I actually bought all 4 room games, so I'll just continue on from here, regardless of where we've left off at this point. Not there. Oh, this does rotate. Okay, does that... Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Tiny weighted flywheel. I see. Okay. That. Very possibly down here. There we go. Ooh. I got a kind of a camera. Not exactly. It's a... And then a hexagonal piece of map also. All right. That's nice. I like that. Okay, so this is going to go into a... Oh, this for sure goes in the globe. Yeah. Especially with this print on this side. Okay, this for sure goes in the globe. 1,000,000%. Let me find the appropriate piece. Right there. There we go. And we get a brass winding handle with a square pin. That is here. Nice. Nice. I would normally say, well, let me do this. Let me, you can, if you would like, not here in chat. I try to keep that free of that. I have on, I need to set up a bot to do that. Let me manually do this for now, but I need to set up a bot to do this every so often automatically, just so people. Okay, I don't care. Okay, I don't. Where is my? Is it not here? Hang on. One sec. All right. I need, like I said, I need to set up a bot to do this automatically so that you'll have the reference on your own during the stream and I won't have to pause to do this. But let me. That's going to send to all of them, though, isn't it? I don't want to send to everybody, all the different platforms individually. Let me just do this. You are. Yeah, you're on YouTube here. Let me. This is my link tree, which includes, now it won't show in chat on the stream, that's on purpose, but it does show on YouTube. I'll have chat, like I said, like a bot, do that automatically. But in the meantime, on that link tree, you're going to find, oh, I did not add it. What the crap is wrong with me? Hang on. Give me 1 second. Sorry to pause the video. Just give me 1 second here. Hang on. I need to put on that. Here, let me, I'm going to sign in. I'm going to add my Discord link. If it'll ever load. Oh, I see what's going on. All right. Let me just do it over here. Sorry it takes so long, everybody. I should be finished soon. Where did it go? I can't even find my. Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, so that should, I think. Did that not show up? Oh, that's why. I see. All right, there you go. On my link tree, it's above the logo. So below the logo, you have the different sites where I stream and upload videos. Above that is the. No worries. Yeah, so if you go to that link on Linktree, you'll see XWX, and then above that, it'll have my Discord server. That is where you want to go if you want to. Share like your YouTube channel with me or whatever, then I absolutely can go there and support you. I would say I'd watch, like I'd watch you, like watch your playthrough and stuff, but I don't want to spoil the puzzles for me, right? So okay, it looks like this is a track. Maybe this slides onto the puzzle box somewhere. Maybe. Probably not up there. Maybe it doesn't actually slide. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else we can get. These still do something, but I don't. They don't move. And when I use this, I don't really see anything special about them. Just the normal light that the lens uses. So I don't know on these. There's something significant with this, but these patterns don't interact. Okay. Yeah, if you want to join my Discord server, we'd love to have you. If otherwise not, you can always try to DM me on Discord. Um, I tend, as long as you make sure your name is at least similar to how your name is here, then I'll recognize you. If you don't, then maybe say specifically you're un viejo gamer in your message at the beginning or something so I can recognize you. Otherwise, I may not know who you are. I do sometimes get spam messages like DMs, and I do not reply to those. So probably still want to do more on the sides, I'm guessing, because there's stuff down here we've not done yet. Like this, for instance. I don't know how I'm supposed to take advantage of this. It's a light refractor, but unless we put this somewhere on the puzzle box, I don't know otherwise. Clicking around this just rotates, just like normal with normal objects. Excuse me. Okay. So. Hmm. Ah, I see. So we now have this. Okay, that's cool. And then rotating this for a particular set of symbols or numbers or what have you. Looks like this way, because we have this over here, which we missed at this angle. No, that's not quite right. Let's see. Is it more like this? No, I can't go to the right more. So I do think it's probably. Problem is this is thin and this is wider, so it's probably not that for the connection. But then where would the connection be? Yeah, it's got to be over this way. Okay, yeah, no worries. I'm just not in a rush. I'm not gonna. It's no rush. I'm not gonna check Discord while I'm doing the stream. I'll check after the stream's done. So don't worry about like having it done really fast or anything. So you have that. We're quite getting this to line up. Get too high and then it's out of the way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll take. I'll have to analyze the light refractor in a bit again. I just once I saw this, I was like, oh, I should spend some time on this. But I can't seem. Oh, I see. This rotates. Oh. I want more like this. And then there we go. An intricate wooden box. Okay. Yep. Okay, so this to there, which then probably this is that kind of star-shaped indentation we saw, right? So that is, where is that? It's on this top, right? Yeah, here. Ruh-roh. So don't apply that yet. I should actually do this though. Try clicking things and moving things on here again. Just like with that box. I did some clicking, I just kind of stopped. These don't move. No, no. None of that. Okay, there might be somewhere on this that I've not clicked, but I've clicked most areas. So I'm going to put this on hold for now. Didn't really improve things. Okay. What would that maybe reflect this? 4x4? Four by four. That only works though if we suppose these are the squares, but I don't see. Maybe we use this on these. Maybe. No. Okay. Well, so just for your information, something like that. Yeah, it's for that, but not yet is kind of more help than I would like. So, just for future reference, I would prefer to keep hunting around things for myself. Focus on the sides of the box for now. You say that, but then you give me this. All right. So, more on the sides. Okay. What have we not done yet? There is this still that I've not figured out, but this does not apply, and this does not apply. These doesn't seem to do anything. Neither of these. I use the lens, I don't get anything special out of it. If I try to drag this over, it won't drag onto this at all that I can see. So, not that. Does this rotate now? Not that. This being different is interesting, but I'm not seeing really any way to interact with it. This bottom part doesn't spin. There's not really anything except like just your usual like shelf whatever. There's a pattern here, but I can't. Okay, so that's probably coming at some point, but not yet. If I use this on here, do I get anything new with where the new piece was? No, not really. Already done this here. Wait, did I not, or did I? Yeah, no, I did. I did. Well, if I did or didn't, doesn't matter. Actually, I just figured out that it's not really. Nothing through this wood. I am. I am definitely still trying to look. So, please don't keep offering hints. The timber that was used to make it? This looks like cherry wood to me. Maybe this could be fir. This could be a kind of fir also. Is it English oak? I'm not familiar with English oak wood grain. I know things like fir and pine and oak, normal oak, and cedar. This could be cedar also, like a finely sanded and then fin with a finish cedar. Yeah, could be that. So you keep saying focus on the side, so it's got to be something down here that I am missing. I'll just go one by one. Yeah, cherry wood's beautiful. It's so pretty. I love cherry wood. Also really expensive because generally you don't want to harvest cherry trees for their wood. Generally you want them for the fruit, right? Because cherries are awesome. But cherry wood is wonderful. It's so pretty. For that matter, you never see it either. Like I don't even think you can buy it. Maybe there's a specialty store. I don't even know if you can buy it though. But if you have an apple tree, you could plant an apple tree, raise it up. Maybe one season you harvest all the apples, and then you chop it down and you use the applewood. Applewood's really pretty too. Fruit trees. I don't know. I don't know about all of them. I don't know if I'd do a peach tree. Maybe. I don't know. A lot of trees I've not seen the wood of, but cherry and apple for sure are really nice. So this doesn't slide to the side at all. It only fits in one place. And that's pretty much any piece. So it kind of that's yes for sure. It's kind of any piece only fits in one spot. But yes, that's correct. It says focus on the sides. Yeah, so it's got to be something on the sides, right? Um, but I don't see. Let me see. See, it looks like this is where it's supposed to connect. slide in, but I don't. Oh, hang on. Let me look at the shape of this again on the upside. Yeah. See, if I zoom in here, it doesn't go. Maybe here? No. So I thought maybe here, but you can only use inventory eyes when you're zoomed in, and I can't actually zoom in here. I can zoom in here, but that's too high. So it's not going to be this, but this is kind of, it's not exactly, not really actually. It's not really actually the shape anyway. I don't want bevel here. What I want is like the bevel needs to be, I don't know how I want to say it, like basically like inside here, like the bevel here and here. That's what you want. Like you have grooves basically. That's what that would fit if that's going to go somewhere. So, do any of these? I've done zoomed in on these. Do any of these sides open up maybe? And I did this one already, obviously with this. So it's not going to go there because that interferes. Yeah, so none of those. Where is that going to slot in? Not expect that, but figured I should try. To go here where the crystal is? No. It's a light refractor though, right? So it's got to go somewhere where it will affect the direction of the light. Ah, here we go. This side. There we go. So that gives me a certain amount of time. Oh, for something up here? Interesting. Yeah, I think it's tied to this, maybe. But maybe I do this, then over here. No, that seems unaffected. Okay, so this is not tied to that. I gotta see what is lighting up or not or whatever when I do that. Not that. Oh, I see. I see. So this goes to this one. So it goes to that, which then goes to that. That. Brass key with multiple folding parts. Alright. And that's going to go over here. So I need to match. Nope, not on that. Oh. It's going to force me at this angle anyway? Oh, no. There we go. I was like... I tried rotating initially, but I guess it thought I was clicking on this to try to use something instead. Okay, we want... Oh, I see. It shows me the pattern I want even. Maybe that one? Not really. If I rotate it up here, and then I just make sure it's like this. There we go. And then I have... It's probably over here. Nope, maybe not. Yeah, it's got to be here. So maybe I do have that wrong. Or maybe I don't use this one at all. Maybe that's the thing. I don't use that one in this case. So that. Yeah, I think there are some of these I don't use. There are way too many arms to use all of them. So this one I probably don't use either. Yeah, there we go. Put these back. Yep, and now I do this. Another reflecting device, okay. We're not getting the key back either, apparently. That's fine, that's fair. Attach this to the other side. Now this opens up, okay. Let's see. It's here. Um. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I need more to get it to reflect properly, right? Or uh, I see. So the other side is a different angle. That's probably what I need then. Figure out these other angles that. There we go. Ooh. That's pretty dope. I like that a lot. That's pretty dope. Oddly shaped piece of a map, part of South America. I mean, yeah. You didn't have to tell me the continent, bro. We can see where the piece goes, but yes, South America. 2 of 4. All right, so that's why these are different. I didn't pay attention to this rotating the first time, so that's why those are different. Okay. Okay, so 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay. One, three, two, 1, 3, 4. Another piece. August 9th. The circle were right all along. How can I have been so blind? I've discovered a passage in their Scriptus Nocti, an incantation lacking the energy source to drive it. Well, I have such a source. This night I summon Astaroth, whom the Babylonians call Ishtar, prince of accusers and inquisitors, and he who can discover all secrets. Once correctly bound, all knowledge of the null element can be mine. I can barely contain myself. There's so much to prepare. All right. This is just a square piece. So this is going to go here. North Africa. Northeast Africa, technically. All right. Still sides in the box. Still, okay. Anything else besides? Nope, still the same. Okay. All right, what do we still have on the sides? Needs more attention or another run through or any of the above. This doesn't let me start it up again, so that might have been a one-time thing. Need that star piece. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support, man. Let me see. Anything more? here or on top. It's the same with or without the lens. Versa. So basically the universe. And we got this. 50, 55, 0, 5, 10, 15. That's counting degrees of a revolution, a celestial body's revolution around a star, basically. Still sides of the box. Okay, so there's something more down here. So we cannot do this anymore. We already did the one side. So that's finished. We've done this and got the letter from here and the one piece. And left in those drawers. Doesn't help because that already was used and closed up again. Moon there instead of the stars. I mean, it's a spotlight, but it functions as a moon in that when everything else is lit up, right? See, with this is more open, but it doesn't. See if I rotate this. It kind of looks like a space helmet when I rotate it. Yeah, it still says I need to focus on the sides of the box. So, despite that being cool that it looks differently, I gotta find something else down here. Doesn't look like it, but I'm checking for any buttons on this that might exist. I don't think I'm going to find any, but yeah. Well, don't tell me hot or cold. Do not tell me hot or cold. I'll keep looking. I'll find it at some point. I know we did this earlier, this part, but I figured I'd check. Since it lets me zoom in. Also did, I don't know if you've seen it and already done it or if you haven't played it yet. I also did a game called The Inheritance of Crimson Manor. That's just one puzzle on top of another, like one puzzle on, like you solve a puzzle and then it'll provide you with a key that'll open a door. In that room will then be other puzzles. You solve some of those, you get other keys or devices you need, go to another room that is now open, just over and over again until you basically get to the heart of the store, like the heart of the, there's like a very loose plot. Basically this manor, Crimson Manor, had a family. The whole family has disappeared. Nobody knows where they are. They've been gone for a bit. You get a letter asking you to go to the manor. When you get there, there's a table in the front room with a letter and telling you basically solve these puzzles. If you solve these puzzles, you'll find out what happened to us. And so you go through the whole everything, and you basically discover like the secrets of the family and stuff, kind of a thing. So that's another game with a whole bunch of puzzles that I've done relatively recently. I think The Inheritance of Crimson Manor was a little over a year ago that I finished it, I think. Oh, House of Da Vinci. I have I've heard of that. I don't actually even know if I have it on a watch list or not, but I've heard of that, so I'll need to check that one out for sure. Yeah, and I also did earlier this year, like February, I think I solved it. I'd never played it before in the past. I don't know why, but I'd never played it before. I played Seventh Guest. Yeah, The Inheritance of Crimson Manor. Yeah, I recommend it. It's not the strongest puzzle game I've ever played, but I mean, for that matter, I don't think The Room is the strongest I've ever played. The Room is a strong game. I'm not saying it's not a. It's The Room is a really good puzzle game, really good. It's not the best I've ever played as far as challenging for puzzles and stuff. I still, to this day, Well, it's not been all that long since I played it, so to this day it makes it sound like it's been years or something. But I still, ever since playing it, I still recommend like my top puzzle game as far as like puzzles and difficulty increasing, like scaling up and having to bring together a whole bunch of principles at the same time and everything. I'd still say The Witness is probably the most challenging puzzle game I've played. There are places in The Witness that are extremely easy, and there are places that are really hard. The Witness uses some areas where there's water, and so you have to look at the reflection on the water to know the direction you need to go, like to bring something. It's not the normal direction. So, like, let's say you're, I'm not going to give something away, but let's say like there's water and there's like a boat. You have to move the boat to the right normally, but instead you have to like use the reflection of the water to know to move it left instead of right. That kind of stuff. There's a fair amount of that. There are audio clues, so you have to listen to audio clues to know whether something is higher or lower, and so if you go up or down, things like that, it gets pretty tricky in some places. There's one like master puzzle where basically if you finish that anybody else who's like a huge fan of The Witness, they consider you like a good Witness player if you can do that. I was able to do that. It took me, how many tries did it take me? Like 15 or 20 tries. Part of it was I kept kind of tripping over my own feet. I would forget where I needed to go. I'd go around the wrong way. Oh crap, and I have to go back because it's a timed puzzle. Anyway, so there's a lot of really solid stuff in The Witness too. Yeah, so the Inheritance of Crimson Manor I for sure would recommend. I would recommend The Witness absolutely if you've not played it. I need to check out House of Da Vinci. I would recommend Seventh Guest if somebody has not played that. Seventh Guest is a little cheesy, but it's fine. It's from the 90s or early 90s. So there's a lot of cheese back then anyway. Okay, well have a good night. Appreciate you stopping in. Thanks for joining me today. Yeah, I'll be doing this except when I'm out of town. I'll be doing this every Sunday night. As long as so Monmouth, somebody who's in the chat today you saw earlier, he specifically suggested that I play this. So when he is able to watch, I will be doing this as a bonus stream. So I normally stream right now for me it's Sunday night. So it's Sunday at 11:30 at night for me my time. I'm in the Colorado time zone. So take the time it is right now, back an hour and a half. Okay, that's when I start the stream. I do that and for me again, a reminder, it's Sunday. So I do that Friday at the same time as this, Saturday at the same time as this, and then this time. And then I also have a stream in between the first and second at what is noon for me Saturday. So about 10 hours before the Saturday night stream. That may not make a lot of sense. I need to update. I think I'm way out of date on that. I need to update on Twitch and YouTube. I need to update my times of streaming so everybody knows when to expect me. People who are on Discord regularly know because I always announce it there. And I do announce on YouTube also and on Odyssey, but I really need to update my times. Anyway. No. It's fine. I don't get up. I'm not going to pretend I can never ever get upset. Okay. I'm human, but I do not get upset easily. So you did not upset me at all. But I did feel the need to warn you because at a certain point, if you're not you, but if a person is just going to give everything away, then at that point, I'm pretty much kind of out of patience with warning them. And so then if somebody were to keep giving me hints after I've asked multiple times no, then I end up kicking them from chat because that's just being, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not respecting my wishes. At that point, it's like, okay, well, if you're not going to respect my wishes, why would I want to still have you on my stream? I am not getting this last one. What have I not tried for a while? Oh, there's the side of this. No. I zoom in and it goes to there. So it's not going to be something from the side. Yeah, and it's also over here. So it's not that. I already did this. And got the letter. And I did this. Yeah, these don't go again. So that's already a combination finished. This doesn't move. Already tried that. Can't do that again. This doesn't move. These don't move. Okay. I can see if there are more of these. Like because during that one, right, I had timed ones where some of these opened. See if any of these others are looser now or anything, but I don't expect they are. I think they were all tied to that one puzzle. Yeah, it still says focus on the sides, so I don't know. No worries. Thanks for stopping in, Viejo. Appreciate it. Take care of yourself. Hope you have a great day. Be safe at work and everything. Okay, well. It says focus on the sides. Are these technically sides? I don't know. Or this, maybe? No, it says sides of the box. So that doesn't count. Have I looked at this top edge here? Recently, I've been looking at these. I wonder if there's something on this. Not seeing anything. No, not on those. Okay. I've tried looking underneath the top edge. Not really. See anything that I haven't already seen. Whoa. That was I double clicked this and it flew me around over to here. Okay. I mean, you know. Oh, maybe it was this side. Still. Cannot change that at all. Which makes sense anyway. I think we probably want that constellation to remain. Is there something on this that I'm missing to give me that star piece? No. There's just the letter left. The diary note. Right, this was... Yeah. Oh, wait, what's the diagram? That's nothing I recognize from this puzzle box. So I don't think that applies. Does this have a diagram? Yeah, that's that one. Oh, hang on. This symbol again, but otherwise, I don't think it really applies for me. See this, the star shape on this, maybe it's not quite right. Nah, it's a little steeper. I was going to say that's almost the star shape of this, but I can't move this at all. So it's obviously not going to be that piece. None of those. That's still shut, so it's not there. Already zoomed in here. There's nothing new with this. Any of these parts, actually. I've already zoomed in on all of them. Nothing new with those either. How do I miss? Yeah. I for sure cannot remove that. Well, this might be the one spot that has super stumped me. I don't know. Can't rotate anyway except east-west around the globe. Sigil. I am not sure what I'm not seeing. Since it keeps saying try the sides of the box still. I gotta keep looking down here, I guess. That doesn't change at all. It's not different on any given time or anything, so it's a little weird though that it says focus on the sides of the box when you've got this, for example. That shows up. It's like, okay, but that's not. This is not really the sides of the box, but okay. Follow these up, and then there's that, and then they come over here and through. We deflected a bunch. Came over here. Went up. And then lit this up. I don't see... It says sigil is what it zooms in on. If I do this, no zooming of any kind. So I think that sigil, I think this is probably just a bug. Yeah. See, it's not zooming in now, so I think it's just a bug. Very seldom encountered bug. Probably almost nobody has run into that like I did just there. Not seeing anything on this. Okay. There's got to be some clue in the letters, I guess, or something, right? Because there's no way. Interestingly convinced somehow tied to my very soul. He's afraid to continue because he can't control it, which is understandable. If that's true, that I would be scared too. What am I doing? I can't even control this. Why am I working on this? See, these symbols would be useful if I had a thing that had symbols, but I don't see one, so... And this one has these. Which don't really help, I don't think. It talks about lenses. We already kind of did the refracting lenses, right? So that's already been done. And then it's more about like as he gets closer to the information he's seeking, then it's kind of freaking him out, which doesn't help with this puzzle box either. So cannot rotate that. See anything in here that's... This is why that one part wasn't slid in here. That makes sense. Here, bounce, 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 then back over here, and then up. What in the crud am I missing? Yeah, you keep saying that, but the sides aren't helping me. Sides of the box for now. Jeez, I don't know. Um, okay, so where is this? This is in Asia, somewhere around India. Is there a constellation that more or less means something around India? Or maybe something on here. Although I kind of don't have much hope for stuff here. It's not looking like any of this stuff is giving me any new information. Or new interface, new interactions. India, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it's really awesome. Did a really good job with it. I'm even hell, I mean I'm even looking for a constellation that maybe is a false constellation where it's just a pattern that looks like the landmass of India or something, but yeah. Oh no they didn't. No they didn't. They didn't take it there. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. People who does I mean I have enough fun playing puzzles. People who design puzzles, kudos, man. You're like hats off to you. You really are smart. Yeah. Just install lasers. It's fine. No big deal. I mean, to be fair, you have to have this in the first place, but there was that crystal that basically powered everything, right? The crystal was giving off light, and that's how you got the lasers, right? But how you gonna get you just randomly have something that always gives off light? Okay, dilithium crystal Star Trek guy. Sure, if you say so. I don't know how you would get a resource like that that always gives off energy that's not radioactive and deadly to everybody who's not protected but around it, right? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you do that. I'm kind of out of ideas, to be honest, as far as what else I can do on the sides. It looks to me like everything's been done, but clearly not. Otherwise, why would it say focus on the sides? But I can't, for the life of me, I can't figure out what else there is to do. Can I grab the key away? No. So we're not using the key again. I've already tried this multiple times. I can't move or rotate or anything that. This is nothing. This is just a letter now. Oh, unless... Am I just not looking at the right angle inside here? Nah. Yeah, it's just that. This doesn't rotate anymore, which makes sense. You'd have to come up with things like this too. It looks like wood, but if you use the lens, there's actually a wheel that turns, but you can't see that the wheel turns. You can't even turn the wheel unless you use the lens. Riddle me that one, Batman. How do you use a lens that not only shows you something that otherwise you can't see, but the thing is not able to be manipulated unless you're focused on it with the lens? Explain that one to me. How would you create that one? I really don't know. So there's nothing down below here or to the side. Is there something behind that I missed? No. No, there's not. Hmm. Well, I don't know on this last piece, Monmouth. I would not say no to a hint on this very last thing, like where to look for it or whatever. But obviously don't feel like you need to tell me. But I would not be upset if I got a little direction, because apparently I'm blind to the thing that probably is obvious to most other people. So if I go to diagonal here, but that's already huh. Okay, the outsides up on top are technically the sides of the table, I think, still, right? Oh, I'm not seeing anything there. I know I need to do these, but every time I click on something up here, it says focus on the sides. I can't figure out what I still have on the sides that I have to do. I've now looked even on this edge of this top piece, as well as the upper part of the edge of that. I don't think I'm going to see anything that way. I've looked under this and this. Something down on top at a different angle will show me that I otherwise missed, maybe? That's already open, so that's not anything new. That brings me back to this. It's not really what I wanted, but I guess since I'm here, try this again at different angles. I don't see anything new with this. So after having opened, we did the deflection of the light and then it closed. There's not anything new there. This is just that sigil puzzle. It doesn't really... What is... Is this... What is this coming from? This shadow? Where's that from? It's like an arm with like, you know, not fingers, right, obviously, but some kind of similar. What is... Oh, it's this. It's the angle, the light on this and over. I see. Okay. Get... Wait, was... No, it's not writing. It's just light. Some of the light fragments. If I do this and this, we get this. This. Goes up to this. Yeah, I'm not seeing... This, but this is no longer usable. Oh, I could still do that again? Oh, hang on. Oh, I didn't think I could do it again. Apparently I can. Ah, there we go. I had to do it again. Interesting. That was very well hidden. I did not even see that. All right, there we go. There's my final piece. And now we get... that. Ooh, spoopy. There we go. Completed chapter 3. It took me forever. That last piece, I was like, okay, what have I not done yet? Repeated a puzzle basically you already did is what I had not done yet. All right, well, pleasing progress. But do you really think you have proven yourself yet? That is tricky. When you have a player run through a puzzle and then they have to run through the puzzle again to get a different result. Not even trying to get a different result, but they have to know to run through the puzzle again. But then the course of the second run through, the outcome is different. That's not something you would normally put together. That was very well hidden, very tricky. I'm impressed. That was a challenging last puzzle. Primarily, like I said, because it was hidden. It was not clear that you were going to have to do the same puzzle again. Normally, in a puzzle game, once you do a puzzle, you're done with the puzzle, right? Or you have a different puzzle that is the same kind of a puzzle but changed. Look at, like, for example, in The Witness, when you had those panels that was teaching you a pattern. You do the puzzle once over here, then you move over to the next one, you do it again, a little more complex, then again a little more complex, and again a little more complex, but each one is seen by the player as if it's a separate puzzle. That is not the case with this last thing. It's literally clicking the same button to start a sequence and then following around and pushing until you get to the final piece. Interesting. And now, for puzzle 4, we have that lit up constellation, and that's what we're going to be using for our next set of puzzles. Interesting. Well, you're on room 2, so you've already obviously done this, so this is old hat for you. But yeah, I'm happy I finally figured that out. It took me a while. I know he's not on the stream anymore, but if you end up watching the ending part of this later on Viejo Gamer, that there, where I finally figured it out, that's exactly why I prefer not to have hints, is even if it takes me a long time, I will, in most cases, eventually figure something out. Not all. Sometimes I can't, but in most cases, I will eventually figure something out. Anyway, all right. Well, thanks, Monmouth. Thanks, Viejo Gamer. Anybody else who watches this later, appreciate the support. I will talk to you guys next time. Yeah, so same deal next weekend. If it works out for you, Monmouth, just let me know. I'll assume it'll be okay, and then if there's a conflict, let me know. Let's go that way. So I'll assume it'll be okay to do the same time, same stream, a week from today, but back 2 hours, of course. And if that is a conflict, just let me know. But otherwise, we'll just assume that that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, well, thanks everybody. I will talk to you guys next time. 5 days from now, the next weekend stream. Till next time. In for Monday if it's on. Okay, awesome. Okay. Anyway, talk to you later. Thanks. Appreciate it. Peace.